Okay, it does a good amount of damage, that's for sure. Oh, it does 2k passive. So, in our last episode, we had kind of a rough time. We lost our Alpha Raptor, we lost our Parasaur to that Celestial Argy. It was just a bad time. We definitely underestimated that Apex Gallimimus. But there is a silver lining, right? We still have everything else that we've accomplished so far, plus we have the Citronal. So what I'm thinking we're going to be doing today is going out and looking to tame an Apex creature. And to kind of top everything off, this is actually editing Norlash because the audio for half of this recording got kind of messed up. So I'm going to be giving some commentary over what kind of happened, and then we'll get to the rest of the episode. So, but if you do enjoy this one, make sure you do hit that like button. Helps the channel out a ton. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. And now, the original plan was to go over to the beach here and tame that Apex Molluschops, because that Apex Molluschops just looked like awesome, right? And yeah, as you can see, we have a Nature Titan creature over there now, which was not there before. I don't think he was anywhere near here, because I've noticed as we log in and out of the game, even in single player, things can change and different creatures are in different spots sometimes. So not really sure how that happened, but he is there, so we're not going to bother with him. We do have our regular dodos still, so we can make like a regular kibble and stuff for alpha tames. And we do have our alpha dodos, so we can kind of get that going as well, because we do need alpha dinosaur eggs for the Apex kibble. So we would like to get that stuff started up as soon as possible, because I mean, I think that Molluschops needed what, like 8 Apex kibble when we last looked at it, and I think that Molluschops was like a 145, 150 kind of deal. So yeah, definitely gonna need a lot of kibble going forward, especially because we're gonna want, like, breeding pairs of creatures and things like that. So we're just kind of going along here, and we're trying to find something decently strong to tame that is potentially bola-able, because like taming an Apex Strike or something like that is definitely going to be a little bit rough when it comes charging at us. So it looks like there's another Apex Molluschops here. This one is level 55 and it's still pretty beefy with 18k health. And it does take 5 Apex kibble though, which means it will take, oh, and that's a 150 Apex Strike, and that would be amazing to have. But again, we can't bullet it, right? So we kind of have to either get it into a spot where we can potentially get it stuck, or maybe use the grappling hook to like get above it and like try and knock it out that way. Not sure if you can actually trap them. I have a feeling they probably can break stone and stuff, even if you can get them into a bear trap. So, but yeah, we do need to get our what's it called? Our alpha eggs going, and we need to make up a bunch of Apex Narcotic, because that's gonna help us knock these creatures out, which does take a decent amount of Apex blood. Fortunately, we do still have our Bulb Dog, and here's our first fertilized Alpha Dodo egg, which we should be able to use to make up our kibble, right? So if you don't know, typically, if you have fertilized eggs and you need to make kibble, you can actually substitute dinosaur eggs with fertilized eggs, like regardless of the tier. So that's kind of the plan here. We breed up these Alpha Dodos, we get a bunch of alpha eggs, because that's kind of the part that's going to slow us down a little bit, is getting those alpha eggs. But once that's all said and done, we can go ahead and make our kibble, because we do have our citronal up and running now. But yeah, this guy takes 8 kibble, has 36k health, which I think our Alpha Raptor only had, what, 6k, if I remember correctly, which is not a lot. I forget what level that Raptor even was, so We do want to keep picking up this poop though. Put this in our crops. Make sure that they continue to grow and that they don't run out of fertilizer, because definitely need those. Yeah, it looks like we'll also need some prime meat as well. That's gonna kind of be, I mean, that won't be too bad because we can always just find baby creatures. There's actually plenty of baby creatures around, so that's probably what we'll go and do next, is look for those, because then we should have everything else that we need, which is citronal rock carrots, medjoes, the eggs, and then yeah, we'll be able to get all that accomplished as well. And then yes, we do need to make these apex trank arrows too. So all right, so I think the plan is gonna be sail around and try to find some babies so we can make the kibble up, because we don't want to just be sitting here trying to make the kibble, right? Because we are gonna need to go farm the prime and then get that going. We don't want to have to bring the prime back over here because it'll probably expire by then, right? So it'd be better if we just make the kibble and then come back and actually get rid of these death waypoints as well. We don't need the memories of those. That was tragic, man. I missed that raptor. The raptor was so good. Okay, we have this mega turtle here, and yeah, so we want to tame an apex creature, and I may have found something. So I just want to maneuver this raft around because it is over to our left here, and check this guy out. So this is a 150 apex raptor, 17.4k health, and it only takes 3 apex kibble. That is crazy. It doesn't have the most health in the world, but yeah, that thing would just be an amazing tame if we could pull it off. So for our kibble, we need alpha blood, citronal, rock carrots. We should have everything for it. Unfortunately though, for the apex kibble, the fertilized eggs actually don't work. So whereas the fertilized alpha eggs worked for the alpha kibble, or sorry, the fertilized dodo eggs worked for the alpha kibble because that's like the base game dinosaur egg requirement. The alpha egg requirement for the apex kibble is actually only unfertilized alpha eggs, so we can't actually use those. So we need to set up a egg farm and wait for them. Wow, we do have this alpha carcanos here, which would be pretty crazy to have actually. It's 32k health, takes 11 alpha kibble. It's not impossible. However, we do have these two over here. So we have 2 alpha raptors, one level 25, one level 55. Not horrible levels. I mean, they are alpha creatures, so I expect them to be at least a little bit decent. I think that's what we're going to go for. And then I think what we're going to do is use our alpha raptors and our alpha dodos to what's it called? To make up an egg farm for us, because we are going to need them to just be out and around so that they can lay the eggs, and then we'll be to use those eggs for our kibble. So that, yeah, that's the kind of the snag we've run into here. So this should be fairly easy if we can not aggro that crab or that dodo over there. I am a little worried about the dillo to the left as well, because that could cause us a little bit of trouble. So yeah, so we did make up the 1 apex kibble, but again, the fertilized eggs don't work, right? So got to figure that out. But we do have 5 alpha kibble, and that should be enough to tame up both of these. And the water's shallow, so we should be good in terms of any surprise sharks or anything like that, because that would just be horrible. Okay, so we should just be able to bowl each one, and then I imagine they'll knock out pretty quickly because they're such low levels, right? But I think any alpha creature at this stage, besides like a dodo, because dodos are just kind of weak, but any sort of alpha creature like this at the moment would be really good for us. Okay, so bullet you, perfect. And it should not take long at all to knock you out. Oh, and we just missed that shot. Oh, here comes the other one. Perfect. So it actually only takes 1 arrow to knock the 25 out. And this one probably takes 2. Should not take any more than that though. So it should fall over any second here. Oh no, maybe one more. Give it a body shot. Okay, perfect. So let's give it some kibble. I think this one only requires 1. Excellent, let's put it away really quickly so nothing bad happens to it. And I think this one probably requires 2. And I love how these creatures in this mod, what's it called? Just tame up so quickly, like you don't really have to wait for them to tame up, so that's really nice. But yeah, awesome. So we have a breeding pair of alpha raptors. And that's actually fantastic, because we can actually use them. Like the dodos, they're good, they're going to be able to get us our eggs, right? But having the alpha raptors to be able to go and farm like the apex blood and hide and all that stuff is going to be, it's just going to be really, really good for us. So let's put our kibble back in there. And then let's see what our stats look like here. So, I mean, nothing crazy. Obviously, the higher level one just has better stats across the board. So basically what we're going to want to do is breed these two together and then try to get the best stats into one. But at the end of the day, as long as we get some of the higher stats into a baby, it's probably going to be okay. We're really looking for the health to come across, because that's like a bigger part of it. The damage would be nice to have for sure. And then we definitely want that imprint buff, right? What is it, like 30%? Or maybe it's 15. I forget what the actual number is. I don't think it shows you in the tooltip anymore either, but it's a percentage damage reduction and damage output increase. So, yeah, that would just be really good for us to have. So we're going to give them a second to breed, and then, yeah, we'll be in really good shape. Okay, so this is actually horrible. We're going to farm up some alpha hide or just, some hide and blood from these creatures over here. And there is a pygmy, I think it's an alpha monkey. But all we were trying to do is get this alpha bulb dog for some hide and some blood. And that thing appeared and just started wrecking us. And I do not want that. I do not want to lose the bulb dog. Doesn't seem to be anything bad in the water here, but yeah, did not like that. I couldn't even see the thing. It was so tiny. It was it's just so crazy. Oh, check out the metal in the water here. We were here before too, and I had no idea this was even down here. There's so much metal. I guess this is, what is it, metal, copper, and tin, I think. Just kind of chilling here in the water, so that's actually amazing. We're definitely gonna have to grab some of that. But yeah, I think we should be able to go back over and get that bulb dog. But yeah, we did kind of get hurt quite a bit there. But yeah, I'm gonna harvest up some of this stuff because we do want to get our what's it called? Our brass tools made. Still not high enough level for the armor yet, but that's okay. We are definitely working our way up there. And then I think after we harvest these materials, we're going to need to go and harvest some obsidian, which is another reason why we're here, because we know that up this mountain is where we got our obsidian the first time. So yeah, definitely going to have to do that while we're here. Okay, so we have our raptors here, and they should be all grown up. Perfect, and we actually have saddles for them as well. So I can pop a saddle on you and put a saddle on you as well. Also, I noticed the saddle on the other one is white. Like, I know the alpha colors are like the brighter red and the white, but that's pretty cool that the saddles are 2 different colors, even though like we didn't pick, right? We didn't choose which saddles to make, like the color wise. So I do like that. I like that touch. Yeah, let's give you some levels as well. I think health is probably the best choice here. The raptor damage doesn't scale too crazily. I think it's a few points of damage for every level, at least for these lower level ones. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with the health for now because the health seems pretty much it just seems more impactful. So but yeah, so we need to head up this mountain and we need to watch out for this pygmy monkey wherever it went. Oh, there it is. You can barely see it's like a little speck moving around in the center on the left of the screen there. So we're gonna go around this way and ignore that monkey. Because I mean, granted the bulldog doesn't have a saddle, so it obviously takes more damage. We just don't want to be bothered with that. We will, however, be bothered with this this glowtail here, because this will be some nice alpha hide and blood. So we will not leave that there. That's for sure. And there's actually some metal down here at the bottom of this. I don't think I noticed that before. That is good to know. Just kind of checking to see if there's any other creatures around here, but the coast seems to be pretty clear, so that's good. Yeah, I'm always like a little anxious about heading up into the mountains because I feel like at some point we're gonna take a trip inland and oh, there's an enforcer. Yeah, I always feel like we're gonna take a trip inland and that's when we'll find like the more hostile creatures. So we're gonna back, where's the other raptor? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna kind of let these guys fight, put you on passive, and let these guys fight it out. So that is an Apex Saber, which actually only requires 1 kibble, and oh, it's an Alpha Enforcer. I would imagine it would have been a Bionic Enforcer. So unfortunately, that does mean that the Saber healed, but only 1 Apex kibble. Although the health on it is only 3.8k, so it's pretty weak in terms of an Apex creature. We kind of want something stronger than that. Yeah, we should be able to take this out fairly easily, although I know Sabers have really beefy base damage, like 211, and we're mate boosted. No, it's hitting that one for oh, because we have the imprint. Wow, the Sabers do insane damage. That's actually pretty wild. Okay, well, it is down. Looks like the other raptor harvested the hide and the blood, so... Man, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Maybe we should have tamed that, because we do have the 1 Apex kibble. Okay, so the last time we were up here, it was only these featherlights. It looks like there's still only these featherlights, so... We should be pretty clear here. Can we pounce you, actually? No, we can't, unfortunately. Now you're scared, and the other one looks like it's scared too, but that's okay. The obsidian should be just a little further up. Yeah, I think it was a different mountain that we were on before that that had that bionic megatherium on it. So I don't think we'll have to worry about it here. Ah, perfect. Okay, so here is all the obsidian. Yeah, we should be pretty clear. I'm kind of nervous about going up farther. Okay, yeah, I can never figure out why the tracking doesn't stay on the raptor. Like, we can outline everything too, but like once you put the spyglass away, it's still just, it hides everything again. So I'm not sure. I mean, maybe you're just not supposed to be able to like track a creature and then put the weapon away, or put the spyglass away and take out a weapon. So the same with the outlines. Like, that's something you can use with the you can enable with the tech helmet. So like, obviously with the tech helmet you have it on the whole time, you have it equipped and active, but for the spyglass doesn't look like you can do that. So a little unfortunate, but maybe I'm just like, I mean, I could very possibly be doing it wrong, right? Because this is the first time I've ever used this. Actually, almost all the mods that I have enabled, it's the first time I've been using them. So, yeah, just gonna harvest up this obsidian, and this should give us a really. So I know that the brass is kind of expensive. Like, it's like 4 obsidian per zinc, I think, and then what is it? 4 or 6 zinc per brass. Maybe it's 4 zinc per brass, and it's like 6 obsidian per zinc. I'm not totally sure. I'm just super paranoid here. Like, I don't think anything is here, but I'm really afraid that something could fall down. Because, like, earlier, like when we first started this video, there was that Titan that had just appeared there on the beach. And... Alright, we are back with our obsidian. And we should be in a really good spot. We have a ton of obsidian here. And we should be able to get all of our brass tools made up, I think. So I think there's only 3. I think it's the pick, the hatchet, the sickle, and the pike. I don't think we're going to be making the pike. But maybe if we have enough, we will. But the priority is definitely to get the tools made up. So you toss all this stuff in our workbench here, and then we're going to need to toss all of our metal and obsidian and all this other stuff into our forge, and we want to get that cooking up for sure. So we'll just make, gosh, I don't even know. Just make a bunch of zinc here. We could just make it all. Yeah, because I think we're going to need all of that. All of that zinc. So can I actually pick this up from here? I can. Okay, that's sweet. I think that should be everything. Perfect. There's some extra obsidian in there now. Yeah, we'll definitely have to have some sort of farming routine for obsidian. We can also make our behemoth raft now. So that's really sweet. We'll have to move all of our stuff over onto that for sure. The only thing that kind of sucks is that our crops here, like we'll be able to pull out any of the fruits from the crops, but we're gonna have to start them over. Essentially because we can't move the plot with the crops planted in it. So that's the only downside. But I definitely think we need that behemoth raft, because if we can't get into a cave, then we need something to just build a bigger base on, but then we also need the room for let's see, can I get this to fit here? No. Yeah, we also need the room for our, like, what is our egg farm, kind of? Our pseudo egg farm, just for our alpha eggs. So I probably have to hop off here and get a better angle, because this thing, I think, is massive. It definitely requires a ton of resources, right? So let's see. Can we place you here? We should... Oh, and it makes us gigantic, too. That's so funny. Okay, perfect. And then we're small again. Yeah, no, that's so much space. That's really good. I don't know if Lead Sickness will still attack this raft. I imagine it would, because at the end of the day, it is still a raft. But we're gonna have to get all this stuff kind of moved over here for sure. Okay, let's start moving our creatures over. Let's see, how do we want to organize this? So, okay, so there's like a platform boundary here somewhere. It probably has to do with the size of the normal raft. Interestingly, I can't actually turn this, even though it's asking me to adjust it if I want to. I wonder if can I change the, I can unsnap it, or it doesn't actually snap at all here. If I put this down, yeah, it still turns it. That's so weird. Oh, and then it places it normally. I mean, I guess that's fine. But yeah, we're going to put out our alpha creatures here, and then we're going to go ahead and, what's it called? Move all our stuff over onto this raft. But yeah, the focus is definitely to get these guys breeding so we can get some other alpha creatures hatched up and then, you know, preferably have a bunch of females, so then we can have a bunch of eggs going as well. Okay, so our game did crash, unfortunately. So what I went ahead and did is I finished putting out our dinos and then just started moving all our stuff over from our raft. So from our smaller raft, that is. Doesn't seem to be anything bad wandering around, except for that nature dillo over there now. But nothing too crazy, which is good. We're almost done, actually. So this dodo, actually, we don't need this one. These guys have been breeding, and sometimes they accidentally hatch the eggs. So this is a female we definitely want because it'll give us more eggs. That one was a male. We don't need it, so I just had it follow me into the water. I just didn't want to hit it and like damage something. So that's kind of why that's like that. So what we want to do is we'll take all this stuff, and we'll take all this stuff, and we'll hop back onto our giant raft, and then we'll come over here. Down here we'll put our rock carrots. Perfect. One more used one. And then up here we'll put our citronal. No, I just heard an egg hatch. Yeah, see, that's what's happening. If I'm not paying attention, they just hatch. So, yeah, our stuff's gonna expire, unfortunately, but it should grow pretty quickly. All right, what is this? Is this a male or a female? This is a female, so we want to keep this one. We might just turn them off of breeding because this keeps happening. We'll give you some berries. Okay, you can live. And let's turn you guys off breeding for now. So, oh, raptors also. Turn you guys off as well. Yeah, ultimately we want to have a bunch of alpha creatures laying eggs for us because it looks like... See that? Oh, you're all ready to go now as well. Okay, let's have you come over here next to the beds. Okay, perfect. So if we look at our kibble here, so like all these require, oh no, so these require apex eggs. But these require alpha eggs. And this requires the fruits, wherever you get those from. Okay. So, I mean, I guess we will want at least a decent amount of alpha eggs, because we will want a decent amount of alpha kibble. Or sorry, apex kibble. So that's fine. We will want to, I guess, tame up a bunch of apex dodos then as well. So we can get, okay, let's not have this thing that's gonna mess with our stuff. I already had one of them come over here and start messing with stuff. It's gonna attack our creatures because that happened before. Is that our raft breaking those things? Yeah, I wish we could take those crops with, well, I mean, we did take the crops with us, but like the fully grown ones. I think our raft is actually breaking stuff under it. That is pretty funny. Okay. Hopefully that's us anyway. Because if it's not, something big is down there doing some stuff. Okay, so we have sort of an alpha egg farm going here. We do have more eggs to hatch. I'm not going to hatch them just yet. We also have our brass tools. Thought I had more stuff in this, but I kind of did some organizing as well. So, yeah, we do our brass tools, which is really nice. Now, let's hide some of these names here. I think what we're going to want to do next is... I mean, really, we're kind of just waiting for eggs. Right, we're waiting for eggs. I want to get oil, so I'm going to have to figure out where oil is on the map. And then once we have that, we're probably also going to want some pearls so we can make some electronics. If we can get a generator going and some power, I think we'll be in really good shape. But for now, really what we're going to want to do is basically farm up some... Okay, we're totally breaking everything with this raft. Basically what we're going to want to do is just farm up some apex creatures. So there was a... Yeah, there's a bionic baryonyx over here. I do want to take out this stuff, but there's also the nature dodo over there, so maybe we pass for now. We're gonna head down to the end of this peninsula and farm up some more. I guess both apex. That turtle kind of scared me. What usually really scares me is the explosions from like the beasts and stuff. That gets me every single time. But yeah, we have a lot more space now because we have our whole raft and stuff going. The only thing I don't like is that we have our creatures out in the open. And we have the ichthyornis all over the place, and they will just attack our creatures. So that gets really old really fast. We do need some chitin, now that I see that pteranodon there. We want a flyer, and we're going to want some chitin to make a saddle for it. Jeez. Got my attention. So what do we have over here? That's a regular Carno. And it's an apex monkey. And an alpha dodo. I mean, what we should do is take the raptors out again. And just kill a bunch more stuff for some hide. I think we'll be able to do that down this way. I feel like there's a nature gigantopithecus somewhere around here that we're going to want to be very careful of. At this stage, though, we're actually looking fairly strong in terms of what we have going on for us, so that's good. There's like an alpha shark, or whatever it is, whatever it's called. The no, what is it called? Astral. Yeah, I think it's astral creatures are on Astraeus. Okay, so let's see if we can clear some stuff out here with our raptors. So make sure everybody over here is on passive. And let's grab our 2 raptors here. And do we have anything that's going to kill us immediately? I don't think so. We have to be careful of Zephyctinus, because I think it will pull the raptors out from under us. I don't think it cares about alphas and stuff like that. So you have some levels, actually. Let's give you health. Let's give you some health. I should pull the health regen charm off of our... I need to put ignore group whistles on the rest of our raft over there. Yeah, I want the healing charm off of the bulldog and onto... Well, this one does... That didn't really do any damage to us. To 28? Is that what it said? So that's pretty crazy if that's the case. Yeah, I want that healing charm off of the bulldog and onto the raptors. I don't see any Zephyctinus over here, which is good. Yeah, basically we just want to... Oh, there's the nature monkey. Yeah, we don't want to fight him. That's for sure. Don't want to pounce you. Okay, perfect. And then... Oh, there's a nature dodo. Of course there is. Yeah, the nature dodo's aggro, unfortunately. Like, I don't think we can actually fight a nature dodo. How much health does it have? It's gotta have a lot, right? 4.5k. Wonder how much damage it does. I mean, we can try. See if we can aggro it over here. Hopefully it doesn't aggro the monkey too, because if it aggroes the monkey, then we're dead. Oh, we have another dodo here too. Okay, whatever that is, we probably don't want it. Okay, it does a good amount of damage, that's for sure. Oh, it does 2k. Passive. Are you dead? Okay, we saved you. We can take out you for sure. Okay, if we dodge the Nature Dodo's attack, maybe we live? Okay, is that the attack though? That did 2k to our raptor. It's hard to tell. I think it is the attack. Yeah, I think that is the attack. So is there a cooldown on it though? Yeah, that's the attack that we wanted to be dodging. And I'm also wondering, is this healing? Because sometimes nature stuff will heal. Oh no, it's almost dead. We just can't get hit by that attack. Okay. I don't know what that is. Is that the attack? Ooh. Jeez, I thought we were getting hit by it. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay. It should be almost dead though, right? There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's harvest you up with our hatchet. Nope. I knew you were going to do that. Well, we harvest a lot more with the brass. No, maybe it was just that guy. I think we want the keys, right? Keys are something that we want. I'll see if there's any keys there. Okay, that was kind of crazy. How much damage, how much health do you have? Ooh, we almost lost this raptor though. That was pretty wild. So I should put this on the hotbar. Okay, well that was a thing. You're 150 dodo. No, you're not. Oh, hello, monkey. I don't know if that monkey will actually aggro us. So nature creatures do a ton of damage. That is good to know. What else do we have? Looks like there's some more turtles and stuff over there. Okay, you aggroed us, but you should be really quick because you're just an alpha. There's a mega alpha dodo over there. The heck? Oh, that's the fact that must look creepy. Okay, there's a little dodo coming over to get us now. Sorry, dodo. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we are going to need all these resources, so... like, it's good that we get it. Oh, I guess we were doing a lot more damage because of the mate boost as well. Did not think about that. Interesting. Yeah, that's good to keep in mind going forward. It is kind of lame that we're kind of blocked by the fact that we can't use the fertilized alpha eggs. But is that a Colossus? It is. It's kind of funny that we're knocking that guy back. Let's harvest you up. Perfect. Just out of curiosity, sir, what level are you? You're level 55, but you have 40k health. That is a lot of health. What else do we have lying around here? We have an alpha turtle. Only 14k health. We can take you out for sure. How much damage do you do to us? 39. Yeah, what we need though is we're gonna need a lot more Apex stuff. Yeah, I guess the only good way to really do it is to have just your Apex creatures out laying eggs. Because it doesn't seem like there's any way really around that. Are you gonna aggro us actually, Mr. Apex Turtle? I'm hoping that you don't. You're looking pretty hurt, Alpha Turtle. You're moving weird though, so you're kind of like messing up my my groove here. Ooh, Pygmy Dodo, which I'm not sure I want to attack actually, because the pygmy creatures have been a little bit scary. Okay. Turtle's like not moving the same as it was before, making it a little bit harder to dodge his attacks. Let's not get stuck though. We may have to wrap this up soon because we are taking a lot of damage. There's an Apex Monkey there too. Let's not aggro the Apex Monkey just yet. Yeah, we do need to find some higher level raptors, I think. That'll probably help us out a lot. At least while we're still in the alpha tier. Okay, let's actually harvest you with our hatchet. Oh, that is really good. Cool. What level is that monkey? 140. Probably not at half health anyway. Out of curiosity, can I pin you? Oh, you just instantly die. Okay, well that was not worth being afraid of. We do have another Apex Dodo over here. That was weird, right? Did you see those leaves that are like floating there for a second? Here, baby Dodo. Oh yeah, there it is. Here, Dodo. You are a 150 Apex Dodo. So you knock it back. That's pretty good. Oh, that is 49 damage anyway. Yeah, so I guess what we should be doing too then, before we tame anything else, is probably tame up some Apex Dodos. And before we even go for that 150 Apex Raptor, if it's even still there, we should go for Apex Dodos and get the egg situation sorted. We got a ton of Apex Hide and Apex Blood though, so that's pretty good. Just gotta be aware of our health. We can always breed up the Raptor, but I don't really want to. Let's see the Apex Parasaur. Is there anything up here? I hear dodos and I get paranoid. Okay, looks like they're just regular dodos. Is there anybody up here? I don't see anything. I have a feeling we're going to have to find a cave to find dung beetles, unfortunately. There's a parrot. There's another monkey. Which I do kind of want to fight, but... oh gosh. Okay, here's some bad stuff. Don't want to fight that. I just have your stuff. Thank you. Yeah, it's not so great up here. Just out of curiosity though. You are level 95, you have 8.6k health. I think you have more health than the other one, actually. Okay. Well, let's get out of here. And... well, I guess we should probably just hatch up the creatures that we have. And get that situation sorted. Okay, so there is an Apex Bulldog And an apex turtle. Raptor, are you healed at all yet? Kinda, but probably not enough to live if we have to fight that stuff. I'm actually not sure how much damage the apex bulb dog will do. And I'm pretty sure it will aggro us. Oh, of course it goes behind the rock. 6.5k health. Oh, it's a Colossus? Oh, it is. Probably don't want to fight that. Okay, so we'll take the meat from you. And let's actually put you away. Great, and let's get back to our raft. And then we'll just hatch up a bunch of stuff. We might have to like loop around a bit though to get some berries. Oh, that's horrible. Let's get out of here. There's a nature dodo under our raft. See, that is the worst. That's the one thing, right? Is that because we don't have a base in a cave or anything like that, we have creatures that just will attack our poor raft creatures. Okay, so are we okay over here? I do see some bad stuff. I wonder if that nature dodo was even still alive under our raft, actually. Any regular eggs? I don't think the terminal picks up regular eggs without... Oh no. Picks up regular dodo eggs. Okay. Yeah, it's probably a setting that allows it to do that. Okay. Perfect, you're hanging out there. Is that dude fighting something? Alright, so crops are doing fine. We're gonna need a trike saddle. So let's pull for a trike saddle. Let's put more stats into health. Might have to clear out some more of those creatures though, that's the only thing. If I hit these rocks, they break. They actually do. That's pretty sweet. Maybe we should go to a different spot to harvest the berries. Not really sure. Imagine we got these from like something on the land though. Okay, so let's get a trike. Okay, we kind of have to be pretty careful though that we don't aggro anything. This is our last berry gatherer. Like it is 150, but definitely want to make sure it does not die. If we can help it. So, oh, we're not even getting like anything that we need. Let's drop the rest of those. I guess we can hit that guy, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's so many, we get so many rare flowers here. Are you trying to attack us for real? Get out of here. Yeah. Meadows and stuff are few and far between. The lighting's being mega weird right now, too. Yeah, we'll probably only grab a little bit here. And then get out of dodge because we don't want to aggro like that dodo there. We don't want to fight that. I mean, we probably could, though, because the trike has knockback. But I don't really want to risk the trike if we can help it. Okay, so we have some berries. Okay, let's put you away for now. Okay. So let's actually come down this way a little bit. Away from all this stuff. Let's make sure we're not like going into mega deep water. I don't know if a lead sickness would do anything to this raft, actually. I mean, it is a raft, so I think it would. But I'm not entirely sure. But at least this way we'll have our egg farm up and running, and that's like the main thing, is that we have that going. Again, the only tricky part about this is we have our creatures out in the open. What was that? There's a defense unit up there. I've not seen one of those yet. Okay. Alright, this is probably fine. What we're going to want to do too is probably make 2 of these. And then we want to put some of our stuff away here. So all of our Apex stuff and Alpha stuff, we're actually able to farm a good amount of things. So that's actually really reassuring, despite some of the stuff that we've lost. I don't remember where I put the keys. There we go. Keys go in here. That goes in there for now. Aldrin is on this side. Which can keep all the berries and the meat for now, because that's kind of where it needs to go anyway. Okay, so in terms of our eggs, we have a bunch of eggs here, and we're pretty much just going to hatch them all up. And then whichever ones we don't need, we're just going to get rid of. So you are too cold now. And then what about the raptor eggs? You are also too cold. So what if we light a fire? Should have plenty of wood. Oh, we actually do not have plenty of wood. Okay, oh, let's try lighting that. Okay, and then are you warm enough now? Still too cold. How cold is it? I feel like it's not, it's gotta be close. Really? Okay, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. Let's put all those stuff down. They should all be pretty close. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to pick them up like this. Just to make sure they're not like starving and stuff as they hatch. And then hopefully we get a good amount of females, and then we'll be able to just toss them all out and have a decent size egg farm. Yeah, the only it's not downside, but like tough part about this is that we have to wait for the regular eggs. Holy, what the heck was that? Oh my god, that scared. Oh my god, that scared me. What the heck? Okay, hang on a second. That legit was insane. Look at my whole screen, like what the heck? So, baby Colossus Alpha Raptors. So you're telling me that when these are born, they can just be a Colossus, but it says it has no traits. Dude, that is freaky, dude. I don't know about that. Doesn't say it has Colossus. Yeah, I don't know about all that stuff. Okay. And then these are all regular dodos, I believe. Okay. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna let these all grow up. We don't need this one here, actually. So if I chuck you out there. Did I just hit the raft? I think I did. All right. Let's put you, let's put you on the raft. Yeah, because we don't need you, unfortunately. What is going on here? Am I damaging the raft? I am damaging the raft. Okay, well that's really annoying. Okay, well. How do we dispose of you? Are you out there? Okay, there you are. Now can we hit you? Okay. But then you have so much health that you're going to take a bunch of arrows to get rid of. Jeez. This is horrible. I wish something would come and eat it. Jeez, how much health does it have? Okay. I don't think you get like hide and stuff from them, so that's fine. So we can't actually repair this raft. Good to know. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna let these creatures grow up, and then I will bring you back and show you what we have in terms of the farm. So we actually got almost all females, which is amazing. So really excited about that. Okay, so we have the rest of our creatures grown up here. I'm trying to figure out how we want to set them up on our raft. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. So there's an alpha dodo. Here is an alpha raptor. And here's another alpha raptor. That's perfect. I think so does our terminal pick those up? It should. Decomposes in a half hour. It should pick those up. I'll leave them there for a second, see if the terminal will pick them up. Here's another alpha raptor. Does that one have an egg? That'd be really cool if that one had an egg. What do we have in our hand right now? Another raptor. Perfect. And then, oh yeah, this is the colossal one. What's so special about this though? Does that have more health and damage? I don't think so because it's imprinted. Yeah, like, that's so obnoxious. I'm like, why? Show traits. It doesn't even have the trait on it. So I'm not sure why it's like that. That is odd. Those eggs are still there. The terminal's not picking them up. I will have to figure out why, because we definitely want the terminal to pick them up for us, otherwise we're going to miss a whole lot of eggs. Okay, so that's everything. Now let's set you. Can we select you? Behavior, passive, behavior, ignore group whistle, and copy. Perfect. And then you, behavior, passive, behavior, ignore group whistle, and then behavior, copy. Boom. Okay, I guess it's not going to pick these up, which is unfortunate. So we'll have to figure out why that is, but we do at least have a source of alpha eggs now. So that there, the two of them, is enough for one kibble. Every time they make a sound, I'm going to come and check them until we get the terminal working. But we now have, let me turn those names off. Well, the proximity anyway. Now we have our, I guess, kind of egg farm. It's probably not the best, but it'll suffice for now. We have to be very careful that we don't get like attacked by something on our raft, because that's the other thing too, is things are going to aggro to our creatures, unfortunately, and depending on what aggro we get, what aggroes to them, it could be really bad. So yeah, that was a fish, I think. That was weird. Okay, so I feel like we still made some progress today. Despite how horrible everything he meant regarding our Parasaur and our Raptor before. So yeah, definitely a step in the right direction. If we can get a bunch more alpha eggs, then we can get, man, if the Apex Raptor is still there, that would just be amazing. But yeah, I think we're doing well. We got brass tools now too, so yeah, totally a step in the right directions. But we're gonna end this episode here. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button, helps the channel out a ton. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. And I'm gonna go check if that was an egg. See ya.